success where it's a door. It's a door.
Yeah.
When you platinum and you getting 50,000 a show, I've been there. There's a door that you can walk in. I'm not sure if it's homo
Solar
or
home.
if it's Illuminati. I just didn't take that though. I went straight. Listen. When you get to a level of success, when you getting 30, 40, 50,000 a show, you platinum, you running across the world. There's three different doors, right? There's three different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Let's see if it was all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. And you went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on right there. I'm not sure because I went straight. But I was offered these doors.
This is your offer? Some gay shit?
No. I'm saying that to the right when I seen it, those was those guys over there. You know what I'm saying? Those different people, which I have no problem with. You know, that's y'all. You feel me? And I just chose to go straight. And I haven't been platinum since.
But the reality of it is, if you stand next to a predator, that makes you one too.
Facts. Listen.
My brother tagged him ghostwrite for him, but I'll let TA tell his own story.
That's fucked up. You
And
seen what he
was
did to
sitting
Pun?
around in the crowds to get the young girls, because didn't nobody want Fat Joe, fat, stank, nasty ass.
Yeah,
Oh,
TA
fat,
said them
nasty,
girls used to
sloppy
turn
nigga.
him down.
Oh, fat, nasty, sloppy nigga.
He was
Hit him in
tripping.
the head with ill. Oh, fat Puerto Rican Lizzo. Ill? Ill? So, Fat Joe had the police called because he sexually assaulted, allegedly, a female that TA was there and said Fat Joe actually did that. She wasn't a groupie. He did that to that girl, according to TA. Allegedly. But Fat Joe, you said in your own voice, you fat sloppy nigga, and I dare when you see me on the block, if you ain't extending your hand to give me that, nigga, if it's on, it's on. Do not approach me unless it's on. I don't give a fuck which it would that I don't want, but it'll bring respect that I feel like that's the only way I can get it. You know, I try to be as mature as I can be and demand it wherever I can get it. But 18 is like, you're an adult. You like today when I had to sign the release form.
It's the door. The Nori's door. Y'all can't see this? Look at his smile. Look at this shit. Hear it? Look at his eyes. Look at his smile. Back in the days, we thought this was a punk.
17 years old.
You can't tell me. Love pop. But now when you get older, you look, y'all. Look the way that nigga look. I know this was a style back then, but look at the eyebrows.
But I like it. It's nice.
The way that nigga smiles, the way that nigga... Watch body language. You can't tell me this ain't the ways of a punk. Or somebody just 2 sentences. Look at that shit. Rub his lip down.
Responsibilities that I don't want, but it'll bring respect that I feel like that's the only way I can get it. You know, I try to be as mature as I can be and
Body language.
demand it wherever I can get it. But 18 is like, you're an adult. You like today when I had to sign the release form, I felt so bad because I couldn't sign it myself. I had to go and get my mother's and all that. But 18 is, it's just society's way of saying that you're ready. But 17, like the good things are gonna come and you're gonna see them for yourself. You're gonna see if they're good. But it's harder to see the bad things, and everybody wants to shield the bad things, and that's where it gets complicated and it gets real frightening. That's when everybody gets surprised and, oh my God, I'm committing suicide. That's too much. Oh,
I'm just saying.
If you know about it,
Certain body language, the way they move their hands.
That's what I think about that.
You got ways of a punk. I don't care who it is and who rapper is this. I grew up listening to him. His body language shows
that,
too much,
you know,
like he got sugar in his
like
tank already.
If you are lost in the wilderness and you have a guide, then
Certain shit we don't do. I don't care what y'all say.
New things as you go through. So when you finally get through, you forgot where you were going to. You just want to talk about the path that you just went.
And this is all around the world that we see people like this and we ignore it. All around the world, the same thong he was wearing. The man said Quincy Jones was after him.
Black people
He went through a homo door.
like that. My father was a hustler, street hustler. You know, I think he,
But he saved Gloria Velez.
And
But he was a revolutionary.
Beyond me, but he just saw her as a woman doing something, like,
A man too feminine. We all grew up with our moms, but damn.
Bad childhood. And I never knew who my father was. I met him, but he died, and
like everybody else in the.
Years later, we hear about the accusations of Bambaataa, about the molestation charges and everything else like that. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, it's not like people didn't know, or it wasn't like it's not like it was something that was unknown. In other words,
So they knew that this man was gay.
It was like, maybe hip hop's best kept secret or whatever.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And one of their creeds in the Zulu Nation is against homosexuality.
And you say
Like most
everyone
gangs.
pretty much knew that
It
Bambaataa was
is
gay.
what it is. What it is. I mean, you have people that would deny it. You got people that would say they don't know. I'm saying everybody knew it, so it was all right there. So I mean,
Y'all see that?
Well, I mean,
Mel.
being gay,
He played trying to diss Eminem.
especially these days, is
Stupid
perfectly
ass.
acceptable. Not a big deal, but
But a
messing with
legend.
underage boys.
Yo,
is-
Bronx, stand up, BX. Them allegations on Bambaataa been around since the 70s and 80s. We gonna see what Lord Jamar talking about bee sting and the African Bambaataa. I'm telling you, this shit gonna go deep. All these people talking about allegation. I'm from the Bronx, my family. Listen, them rumors been around when that man from the 70s, once again the 70s and 80s. Supposedly his older brother was raping him. He did this to a lot of people. A lot of them kids. Hassan was the other one, a bee stinger. There was more. Tafi, a lot of the killers that he had behind him, he molested. But let's continue. Let's see what's really going on.
We talked. This news was just breaking, so I decided not to bring it up.
right.
But now the story has developed. That is the African Bambaataa story. Now you actually know personally the first African Bambaataa accuser, right? I mean, I haven't seen him in years, but Easton, Ronald Savage, yeah, it's not just somebody I know. Everybody who used to rock with Zulu Nation and Strong City Records and studios up at Allerton Avenue knows Beastie. What kind of guy is he? Very unassuming,
Ugly ass.
I mean, you can see in his interview, slightly nervous energy.
He look like a
but no
mudfish
type
with
of
glasses.
thug, like
Hassan
the kind of guy
said
that's
some
happy
shit.
to be around type of guy. You know
That
what I mean? But definitely not somebody that I feel would just make up some lies about a motherfucker and then go on TV with the shit and all of this type of shit. He's not a grimy type dude.
Absolutely.
A long history of
He got
no
nothing.
When you think of Bee Stinger, you just think of a nice guy, like Bee Stinger. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of person, if you saw somebody picking on him, you'd want to fucking defend him type of dude. So, I've interviewed African Bambaataa twice. And in fact, I think in Belgium, when I was DJing, I was on tour. The best friends from Bambaataa, so we all had dinner.
Shouts out ILGM, man. I love One Man One. Get the seeds, man. Best beans on
I
the
have
market.
nothing negative to say
Guaranteed
about
germination.
Bambaataa in terms of my interactions with him. I mean, he was super respectful, super nice. Actually told me how much he loved my mixtapes and how he would play some of my mixes at his shows. And it was like, oh my God, Africa Man, the godfather of hip hop plays my shit. Like, oh, that was like, winning a Grammy at the time. So for a long time, I chose not to even cover this.
Fuck
experience dealing with him. But ultimately, we have to report on the news. And when it just keeps coming over and over from all these different people, well, they first issued a statement saying that Bambaataa is no longer part of the Zulu Nation, which is like the equivalent of Steve Jobs getting kicked out of Apple.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they issued another statement recently. Did you hear about this? When they issued a formal apology to the alleged victims.
Which is beautiful because the initial response by some of the, elements of hip hop and put it under one umbrella, that was a beautiful thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I find out that the motivation behind that is just so you can have a bunch of little kids around you,
Talk, nigga.
that'd be some crazy shit.
Crazy ass shit.
We have been Africa bamboozled. Is what the fuck we've been.
You figured out a way to get kids to be around them all the
So
time.
at this point, there has been a lot of people coming forward. I remember there was this one video of this street dude from like the Bronx.
I talked to him on the phone.
Poppy.
Poppy. Oh, you know him?
I don't know him, but I ended up talking to him on the phone. I was doing
Talking about
another
Hassan.
interview with my boys from Harlem's Sonetta.
Shooter.
And House of Consciousness. Red Pill.
Shout out to Hassan Campbell, Council man.
They
What
do
y'all say,
kinda
man?
what
Man,
you
say
do
some real
for the
shit.
conscious community. You know?
Consciously.
Somehow I was doing it. They ended up calling Brother Poppy on the phone. So I ended up speaking to Poppy, and I spoke to Big T, the one that beat up Bambaataa.
Whoop bam. Who
There's-
Big
there-
T?
there- Big T was like a bodyguard or something.
We gotta find out who Big T is.
For Zulu at one.
Okay, and he beat up Bambaataa. Why?
Basically, he tells a story about they had Bam's crib. A lot of times if people watching TV in the front, sometimes people go to the back, Bam's bedroom to watch TV. I don't know. Just that's where one of the TVs was at. I said he was back there watching TV. Might have dozed off or something. When he wakes up, he sees, allegedly, I wasn't there, but he told me and other people that he sees Bambaataa fucking jerking some nigga named Rodney off over there.
Who the fuck is Rodney?
And so now T is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Facts.
He said Bam is like, oh, relax, T.
Fucking
Everybody does
faggot.
it, da.
What? That ain't hip hop.
Whooping some ass in that fucking room.
Whoop
You know
them.
what I mean? He said he whooped Bambaataa out for that shit. And like maybe anybody
Who
else.
that
was
bodyguard is?
You know what I mean?
Okay. What did Poppy tell you?
Same. He said that motherfucker is, said he's a pedophile, period. He's a piece of shit, is what he told me. You know what I mean?
And I saw like the video of Poppy, and this like seemed like a real street dude.
Yo was
All jokes aside, we see all these videos everybody make about Hassan. Hassan says some real shit. Where's all the videos everybody shooting at the chomos? The man was a kid. I don't care about all that other shit, nigga. If you been to prison, there's a lot of killers in there that's been raped while they were children, when they were kids, just like the little girls got raped. And they made them killers and they in prison serving life sentences, man. It's on some real shit, nigga. It's on my mama. Some real shit. But you gotta ask yourself a question, bro. Why nobody making videos like I'm making right now about Bambaataa to get this chomo? Y'all can't bring YouTube and jail, mix them together and then say, you know what? We're gonna bring the streets and jail to YouTube and not go by the fucking rules, nigga. Not go by the rules. Nigga, you play, you late, nigga. You play in the mud, you get drunk. You play with them kids, nigga. You get dead, nigga. No candy for the kids, nigga. Proceed, nigga.
like that dude. A Zulu. Like B.O. had niggas scared on the street. Understand what I'm saying?
Man, rest in peace
What
to
I
B.O.
hear, They call Poppy Baby B.O.
And if he the little nigga of him, and he a shooter,
He's a thorough dude, from what I understand.
So to have someone like that come forward and admit something so embarrassing
and disgusting.
like he's not getting props for this at all.
You losing
It's
everything.
props
I respect him for that.
for having the courage to address his demons, but like on the street. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't get a better reputation for this type of thing, or what he's not a tough guy.
Yeah, I mean,
or anything, the world that he seems to associate himself with.
this is not something you'd be wanted to readily admit.
Exactly. So when you hear these stories, and you hear the type of people who are telling these stories, these people aren't gaining anything from this, aside from a little bit of publicity, which is somewhat negative publicity as well. I mean, for example, like, you can't pay me to come forward and tell me, and say that I got molested by another man, or you know what I mean? Like, there's no paycheck associated with that I would
Who's
accept.
offering the money to say this?
Right.
And why?
Why?
Like, are you gonna do this with the hopes that there's a payday at the end of the road? On some pie in the sky shit? Let's accuse Bam of this, and then maybe, there'll be $1 million at the end of the road.
Right. I don't think so.
Or, if they are supposedly being paid to do this, then what organization, what person or persons has the money to pay these people whatever they paid them to basically embarrass themselves and say that they were molested by this guy? And why would you go after Ben? Like, what has he done lately? For hip-hop or for anything?
I mean, granted, Planet Rock is an all-time classic song.
Which I didn't like at the time.
You don't like Planet Rock? I love Planet Rock. And Planet Rock is one of the most sampled songs in hip-hop.
So what?
Planet Rock is...
So what?
Come on. In hip-hop, Planet Rock is an important song.
Yes. And listen, I got a whole thing about how hip-hop tried to sell its soul from the minute that, like, the record companies came in.
Okay.
And that was one of the attempts.
Planet Rock was one of the attempts.
That wasn't the shit that I knew Soul Sonic Force for. I used to listen to the tapes. A totally different experience. And it's funny because I was just talking to Murder Mook the other night, and he gave a good example, a good analogy. Okay, imagine, you want Pepsi. You open the shit, but without looking, you drink it, and then milk is in there. Wouldn't you spit the shit out? Like, that's what the fuck happened when I heard Planet Rock. Because it was nothing like the tapes they was making. The tapes they was making was some hardcore hip-hop shit with break beats and all of this type. That seems like he might have the key to changing your life.
Right. He can take you on tour.
Like, if you listen to the dude in the second interview, because there was a series of interviews, when this originally came out, when Stargate broke all of this, he's the one that broke this. The second dude said he was like a dancer and a rapper and all this type of shit, and he wanted Bam to help him. He said he would have did whatever Bam wanted him to do. Drugs, whatever. Bam wanted to do some homo shit, he did it. How many people had that kind of outlook?
The door.
Like, not just the ones that he might have molested, but the ones that were covering it up. Because there was plenty of people that...
The dude that Lord Jamal was talking about, this is Ron Sapp Beast thing. At first, they say Bambaataa said he never knew them. But then nigga had a fly and said, man, I know you was in the studio with him, and they do know each other. But then this dude, after he done supposedly sucked the dude's friend's dick up, Bam made him suck some other guy up, pause, no homo. This is crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Extorting him for money, and then he's back being a Zulu again. I got no respect for this clown right here. But the videos for my nigga behind the bar, man, what's up, man? What's poppin', nigga? What's poppin', nigga? Larry was good, nigga. Coach Al was good, nigga. What's good with my niggas, man? Man, free murder scamp. My niggas in the chain gang worldwide, nigga. Stay woke, nigga. Hey, yo, headshots to all pedophilia. I stand behind no pedophile. I don't give a fuck a nigga 15 years old. Nigga fucking little boys, bro. We don't, why the fuck I'ma question this little boy? You question that grown-ass, nasty-ass fucking man like we do in prison. You play with the kids, you get dead, nigga.
This is all I'm telling you, man. And people took advantage. People took advantage of what I said. Yo, it hurts me, man. It hurts me because I started this shit.
YouTube, this is to make awareness of child pedophilia, to educate people.
I started this shit, man. If it wasn't
Fair
for
use.
me, my mental
Shouts out to
issues,
Behind the
this
Bar.
shit would have never happened. People took advantage of what I said.
This is who Bam did this to.
Yo, it hurts me, man.
Shouts out to Behind the Bar,
It
man.
hurts me because I started this shit. I started this shit, man. If it wasn't for me and my mental issues, this shit would have never happened.
How people really pushing things forward, right? And how could you
Philosopher.
really care about
See what
hip-hop
Cuba
and
Link's
allow
got to say
something
about another
like
Bronx record.
injustice to exist?
Exactly. And he's just that goes off just like the Bambaataa situation, African Bambaataa. Say African Bambaataa is a guy that is responsible for spreading hip hop like the gospel out here. You know what I'm saying? Making chop dudes, making big ass crew, create mad fucking like just spreading hip hop with the positive of the 5 elements and the art, the craft, the talent, everything, the culture, the hip hop culture. Bambaataa is definitely one of those dudes that have been identified as being one of the founding fathers of hip hop. Now you see what happened with what's happening because he's still, that's an open case. It's still kind of crazy. How this guy has so much proof that saying that people are coming out, or still probably coming out, that he is a pedophile. He took advantage of kids when they wasn't there. He messed up people's lives. He's rolling with killers. He had a killer crew.
Well,
So he was a real,
they said
he had a killer crew. I heard of him. I heard of the people more than I heard of Bambaataa. Because Bambaataa to me was, not that hip hop was corny or because at that time, it was more of like hip hop didn't have what we have now, as far as like the freedom to dress like us and still the magic of us being us, still and spitting those words and still get that recognition. Back then you had to get the costumes. For real, them niggas had, say the purple fucking masks, and it looked like something where like an orgy tape scenario. If you look at it, like the 70s porns, that type of shit. When you think about it, like leather shit. Even Melly Mel and them niggas too, Furious 5, they had the same kind of outfits. But they got really different.
Because there was still a big influence from like disco and funk. There was still like a big influence from there.
Disco had a lot of almost
from like disco and from funk and like from all these different things.
Disco ever. And they thought
fair use, educational purposes.
That was the
YouTube.
They took it to the when you hip hop when it comes from the streets, so you got to add your own swag. So they actually had their own swag. But this nigga had this shade, the 3D glass, it looked like a futuristic, type of dude. And when he did Planet Rock, that wasn't one of my favorite songs when it came to America, though. You talking about personally to me, that was alright. The other one, the Sugar Hill Gang,
Rapper's Delight.
That was one of the first songs.
Yeah, well, I said it.
Cuba Links. The double album with the Sky Blue joint with the rainbow on it. You know what I'm saying? That shit came with like 3 different albums. She was a fucking kids playbook, the pop-up book. You know what I'm saying? So I had that. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to like Planet Rock and stuff like that, there was just you could tell that it was might have been some kids underneath that nigga's leather pants still stuck in there while he was fucking performing. So the vibe never attracted me when it came to lyricism or the style of hip hop that was. It was more of a disco. It was gay. It looked
say it, nigga. It was gay. Ain't nothing wrong with
But
that.
he accepted that. You know, like he was like a, let's just say, let me put it in perspective to give you an example. Like Prince. Okay, like Prince, he was a star and everything. And it took me a while to even say this thing that might not be gay. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was gay. He was definitely bi. I went from gay to bi. You know what I'm saying? And then bi, this thing might be a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Let's move on to another topic before we get in trouble.
No, but I'm just saying, it's all good. I'm just trying to say, this is artistry. Like, I wasn't interested too much in the Planet Rock type vibe.
That part.
You know, my shit was lyrics always. Even when I didn't know it. It was just
Moving
something.
on.
Did that make sense? Anyhow? Can you translate that one for me? Because I need your help. You're a great translator.
Move on, all right.
You don't even want to touch
What do you think? What do you think of the video?
Oh, yeah, I forgot Joe. I forgot Joe is also backing up Bambaataa, but they're trying to get the Bronx Museum. You heard about that? They're trying to open up a Bronx Museum. Joe is speaking up for Bambaataa. Once again, the speaker of the youth of the ghetto, the broken home ghetto, the poor guys, which starts we come from the poor and everything. He's backing up the battle.
Standing up for a chomo.
Put that out there. You know, and not to say anything about Bambaataa, but I believe the victims. I heard the victims. You know, saying the Son Campbell's Beast Stinger. I heard their stories and I believe them. So at the end of the day, there goes the gatekeeper. Another one of the gatekeepers that are supposed to be in power.
Gatekeeper.
The streets, the word of the streets is this nigga's a battle. It should be this and that, out of hip hop, whatever. I understand he's part of the main founding fathers. But what do you do in a situation like that? We gotta put him on trial. I mean, you gotta put him on trial, justice. And I'm not talking about justice in the court system within our neighborhood, our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's foul to do. And if he says yes, we'll all want him just to confess for the victims, to get closure. Am I going anywhere similar to where maybe, our stories fit where we going with this? Because all we want to really find out is their confession. This, not to put you in jail, just to get some motherfucking awareness in the community.
Facts. Nigga ain't lying.
What?
That's all we need to find out, man. What they gonna do? What they really gonna do, bro? It's no excuse. No motherfucking excuse. What the fuck they gonna do, bro? I really wanna see what the fuck these niggas gonna do, bro. Too many accusations. Y'all know what time it is. Why are these niggas standing up for a child molester? Or were they involved with this type of shit? You already heard Fat Joe got some rumors allegedly. His ghostwriters getting on him about this motherfucking Chiquita shit. I just heard TA. The one nigga he treated like shit. He already did Big Punch White, been doing her dirty. But you standing up for a chomo. In prison, let's hear both of them. If it's supposed to be hip-hop, street niggas. Like you said, from the broken homes, let's see what it is, nigga. See what it is. But a hip-hop museum, because of this dude to commemorate him, fuck out of here, nigga.
Rolling? Yeah, we rolling. Matches? Nope, I damn sure I got no matches.
It's on poppy. We out here. We in the BX right now, late night. I just choked the bitch up with Eden Wall Projects.
Eat a war.
Hey man, good to see you, fam. Little nigga right here. And we're feeling nice. Had a few drinks. Just politicking. Just want to say to KRS-One.
Shit, gas. Godfather OG.
Since you talking so fucking reckless, and Bam is not talking, I personally want to bring the heat to you now.
Facts.
I'll bring it to you now. I think it's almost personal now. Trying to defend a nigga who was on his knees, sucking cock.
Little boys, peepees.
You can say that, but I had to say Leslie. And since you are now the mouthpiece for KRS-One, for Bam.
Nah, he's gonna put a dick in his mouth. He gonna suck the dick for Bam. That's what KRS gonna do.
I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna start directing things towards you, KRS-One.
No chomos, man.
That's about it, man. What you
Chain gang rules, man.
Right now, just out here Sunday night.
Live by the street rules that Thugs
That
created.
full video
Rest
will
in
be on
peace
my
to Big L. You heard
Shout
him.
out to the Patreons. That was a special moment in my life. Where I got to meet Star. I refuse to let you niggas see me cry. Nah. High school. Right. So all you niggas that sit up there talking what you talking, 13, 14, you're in high school.
Just 12 years old before giving his thoughts on the reasons why the Zulu Nation was created. Take a look at the clip.
Philosopher. That part.
go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. About 4 seconds later, this nigga comes to the bathroom. You know, don't have right. I gotta get something out the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Comes in the bathroom, look at the medicine cabinet, don't find it. But then I'm peeing already. This nigga whips his, he said, oh, I gotta pee, whips his dick out and pee. And I'm looking at this dick and he's looking at my dick. And I'm 12 years old. Don't get me wrong. So, you know what I'm saying? I know this ain't normal because all the men and even the women, you know, when you teach a child how to pee, man, you know, we stand behind them. And, you know, when he's young, you teach him, whether he in a potty, you teach him how to shake it, but you're standing behind him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 12 years old. As a matter of fact, you know, see, I think another reason why, like, I'm a wild 12. I'm runaway 12. So when he did that shit, my body tensed up. You know what I'm saying? It tensed up. And you know, him being a professional pedophile, he sensed this. He sees this.
Directing his anger toward
You
KRS-One.
stupid motherfucker. Yo, I'm telling you something. Chris, I know Bam sucked your dick. I know, and it's no way that you sat there and you try to like, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
What
You
the
a
fuck?
Man, you a man.
Yeah,
You
KRS
have
is
nothing
gay.
to do with another man touching little kids. So that means you will have no problem with Bam sucking the little boys off in your family and putting his finger in their ass. That's you, KRS-One. You're so fucking...
Educational
Does
purpose,
this further hurt
YouTube.
the reputation of both Bambaataa and KRS-One? Let us know what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to
Show.
Philosopher.
I
That
wasn't there,
part.
but I've heard about it. The street. You know what I'm saying? So I know what he's talking is real. You know what I'm saying? He was a real nigga too. You know what I'm saying? He was feared. He was one of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I remember that. Fuck. And he said, I see how Bambaataa is ducking and diving just like Joe. They do the same thing. They duck and they dive and try to ignore people. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Bambaataa's charges are a whole different charges.
Pedophile.
That's pedophile. Yeah. And all of that thing, you know, messing with little kids. You know, me and Joe got personal things. That's why, you know, he does it like that. He's still in front of the camera doing that. But, you know, Bambaataa got a reason to run. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's in Brazil. He goes everywhere. He's on some Russell Simmons shit.
Yup, like Russell Simmons. That's another one.
So America will get him.
You know, that's so crazy that you said that you explained it like that, because when I interviewed Hassan, he explained it just like that. He says, why do you think you don't see Africa Bambaataa celebrating hip-hop?
He supposed to be there. Couldn't be there.
Museum, you don't see him in all these different
But
places.
y'all niggas
Why
so
didn't he come out
stupid.
at Yankee Stadium, like all this stuff. And he
I do
described
not
it just
support
like you described it
pedophilia.
now.
And I seen the rebuttal when
African Bambaataa deserved to die. KRS-One deserved to die for standing up for that type of shit. Talking about no matter what he do, hold him up. Man, fuck that
I don't want
nigga.
to misquote. I think it was them. They did a little
Headshot.
fix Bambaataa's image when he called up, because they all, you know, Bambaataa's respected, man. He's one of the founders. He's definitely founding fathers. You know what I'm saying? That made hip hop. Not even so much the forefront as far as like hits like that. Because I never liked the style like that. Like I told you, Planetarium. He was living in the planetarium, and he was like just a different vibe.
That shit was
Just a
gay.
different vibe. Because they all, you know, Bambaataa's respected, man. He's one of the founders. He's definitely founding fathers, you know what I'm saying, that made hip hop. Not even so much the forefront as far as like hits like that, 'cause I never
Shouts
like
out
like that.
IGLM. I love growing marijuana. Best
He
seed
was living in the planetarium, and he was like
always
just
germination.
a different vibe. Different
99%
vibe. Like
chance.
the alien that was fucking in purple tights.
In purple
And
tight.
I was like, not my style. But
Soul Sonic Force
Zulu Nation had
with
a lot to do with the culture
with
of
some
hip-hop.
probably some fruity
Because
shit.
he cultivated all of
Okay. Especially if you was up in Strong City Studios. When the brother Bam said that he didn't know B Stinger, to me that was a red flag. I was like,
Whoa,
wait a
whoa.
minute, I know for a fact that he knows B Stinger. Why would you lie about that?
See?
You know what I mean? So it's like, man, you made yourself look bad because if you lie about that, what else are you lying about? Like, because you definitely know B Stinger. I've seen y'all in the same room on many.
That shit is weird.
B Stinger is. Everybody knows.
Common sense.
Now, around what year was this going on?
Well, what was going on?
What year when you start hearing about certain...
The feds don't turn you into a pedophile. So all them niggas saying, oh, that's the feds trying to bring them down. Feds ain't turning that nigga into a homo.
You know what I mean?
YouTube, educational purposes.
You know, if I keep it
I got no respect for chomos, nigga. I'm a convict, nigga.
You know what I mean? That was the rumor.
Okay.
It wasn't like, yo, he did some shit to, you know, it wasn't no, oh, he's a pedophile or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was just a plain rumor. It was like, and then he was like, really? You know what I mean? It was like, well, damn, I don't see it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, he don't act like that. If he is, that's his fucking business. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we took it. Like, you know what I mean?
Now, the reason I asked that because once I start pulling off, being on the radio,
And this is, well, this got to be in the
Coming out on him saying that he may have been doing some stuff, you know, with men and little boys. You know, back in the day. Did you ever hear anything about that coming up? And did you hear about it recently?
Coming up, early on, I would say in the late 70s, I was one of the very few people from my neighborhood who could go to Bronx River Projects and not get robbed. And that was because one of my OGs, Spider, rest in peace, he treated me like I was his little brother, and he wouldn't allow any of the dudes from Bronx River to rob me. So, because of that, whenever I would go to Bronx River, I would go there, you know, like mind you, dudes from Bronx River would come around my neighborhood, Lambert houses, and rob everything and everybody. And the reason why they didn't rob me and my man David Waters and his older brother Steve was one, because I was friends with David Waters and Steve, and they were from Bronx River, and two, because Spider was my OG. So I would go to Bronx River during times when Bambaataa would be doing block parties and stuff like that. And so I witnessed some things after a few jams when Bambaataa would be packing up his equipment. One time I vividly recall a few of the Gestapo crew, one of his most feared groups of guys from the Black Spades. They were running up behind him while he was packing up his equipment, and they were smacking his ass and partying him.
Welcome, class. Do you guys know the theme of the book? The theme is the NFL on CBS streams live.
As though he were a woman, and his response was very woman. Stop, like a woman.
Like a
And
bitch.
so at that point, I then knew that he was a homosexual at best. But I mean, it was never my place to, you know, expose that publicly, because, you know, homosexuality is not a crime. Last I checked, you know, it's just a matter of preference. I'm a straight dude, you know, he's a homo, and so we obviously don't have that, you know, heterosexuality in common. homosexuality in common. But I respected him because of his contribution to the culture, and he never came at me like that. I do know a few people who he did approach in that manner, and unsuccessfully, and they shared that with me. They did not publicly out him, but others that he did that to, as we see now, have. And did I know about them during the time when they were going through that abuse? No, absolutely not. Did I know about that? He was imposing sexual improprieties on young boys during that time? Well, because I was a young boy at that time, it didn't dawn on me at that time that he wasn't a pedophile at that time, because he was around the same age as us, maybe a couple of years older. You know what I mean? So at that time, in the 70s, he would not have been considered as pedophilia. It was just homosexuality. But moving forward, today, I guess if he's, engaging in, sexual activity with, young men who are, in New York, the consenting sexual age is 17. So if he's engaging in any sexual activities with any persons, male or female, under the age of 17, then that is considered pedophilia. But other than that, I would imagine that once they turn 17, that is a consenting age, and so you're not liable for any legal recourse as a result of that.
Yeah, well said. Now, there's a lot of rumors going on, and we appreciate anybody's perspective that's been around during that time and kind of has a perspective on that. One person that took backlash was the legendary KRS-One, who seemingly, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to say defended it, but almost
Man, he defended him.
I don't know how I want to word it, but he pretty much just said, let's look past that and just look at the man for what he's done in hip hop.
That's
what do
sick.
You think about that?
Well, I think that's really, insensitive to the people who were victimized.
They had a relationship, that's why.
I think,
cut the bullshit.
That doesn't really
philosophy.
instill
That part.
confidence in victims, whether they were victimized by, Africa Bambaataa or whomever. Anyone that was privy to the message that KRS-One conveyed to the public at large as a result of Bambaataa's actions, to me, that implies that you have no sympathy, no empathy.
Man, KRS-One is a dragon, dog.
This life-altering and heinous.
I think KRS-One is fruity, man.
I don't think that was cool, and I don't know.
And him and Bam had something going on, bro.
I don't know the reasoning behind it. I have my own
body language,
personal thoughts.
It's the door.
But it's not something that I care to share publicly because.
And we stood for a little while, and we said goodbye. And before we said goodbye and left, one of the demons came up to me and said, "You're blessed," and said a bunch of other things that I will not say, but I was looking a demon in the eyes. He was telling me that you almost got, and I felt it in my soul. Like, when he stared at me and looked at me and was like, "No, you just passed, you almost died." Like, and I felt it. Like, I felt his aura, his heaviness. You feel that shit, And then we left, and then we went to the hotel. He didn't go to any other recordings. He didn't go to any other video shoots, and we went on a plane and left. A few days later, we never turned around. And then 4 months later, Pop dies. And I was devastated, you know, because...
Moment of silence. 4 months later, Pac stopped that sacrifice. So he became that sacrifice.
When y'all look at this nigga Pac face, look at his eyes. Look at Suge. Like, damn, nigga, we gotta go through this, man.
Tupac looked like this shit felt familiar.
He know, look at his face. He like, man.
Tupac looked like
they got me.
This shit feels familiar.
As soon as he stomped that niggas out, they told him, like King Von, he ran downstairs, set it off on the nigga. He was the head leading it. And bam, outside it go. And now the nigga they got admitting it, he got immunity, they can't do shit.
Look at Suge's face. Lights, camera, action.
In 2008, Epstein was found guilty of child prostitution.
Look at all them
and
kids.
subsequently registered as an sex offender in the Virgin Islands in 2010. As for his shell corporations, they were registered at an unassuming office in a strip mall in St. Thomas that also housed a Sam's Mini Mart and a Happy Nails salon. In 1998, Epstein reportedly paid just under $8 million to purchase Little St. James from venture financier Art Cummins through a shell company. Upon taking ownership of the island, Epstein promptly cleared out the existing vegetation and replaced it with 40-feet palm trees. In 2007, authorities in Epstein's neighborhood grew suspicious of him when he embarked on an extensive building and remodeling project. The primary estate nearly doubled in size, transforming into a sprawling home with a swimming pool,
all that
a
shit with little kids
and a terrace
getting
attached
hurt
to the master bedroom.
and touched
According to
and
reports,
fondled.
some of the guests who have visited
YouTube,
Epstein
educational
include
purposes,
Lawrence
fair use.
Cross, actor Kevin Spacey, Victoria's Secret magnate Les Wexner, supermodel Naomi Campbell, and former Tony Blair advisor Lord Peter Mandelson. There were several social media posts alleging that numerous high-profile celebrities were defendants in the trial for SX crimes of the British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, citing a court document. The document listed about 40 defendants in the civil action, including Epstein, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West,
That's
Disney,
the door.
and Universal Music Group. This would appear to be consistent with what Corey Holcomb has previously stated, with Maxwell being the 31st person on the list.
Now look at his
Over a
nasty
30-year
wife.
period, the claim of the plaintiff is that the defendant plotted to unlawfully surveil, drug and abduct them for sexual assault, sex trafficking, as well as several other exploitative forms of assault. There's also the fact that measures were put in place.
Now look at this nigga's face. Look at that boy eye. Look like they were showing each other's power. It's supposed to be a witch right here, sacrificing kids, eating people. Why be a part of something like that? Look at that. Look at her face. You can tell that she wants him. But that nigga got too powerful for her. Look what she's doing all in. Look what she's doing. Spiritually dancing with him. Close to him. Why would Jigga Man be attached to the woman like this?
Jeffrey Epstein created this saga, and this is what he is great at doing. He's great at kidnapping someone, turning them into putting them in a dead celebrity's body, and screwing the life out of them after he makes a ton of money off of their ass on his private little beach.
Do you believe Jeffrey Epstein was killed?
Come on, man.
No, I do believe he's still alive.
It's the door.
Yo, then you gave me the whoosh-gosh goosh-wash. You gave me the whoosh-gosh move-off. The shoosh-wash. Diddy. Damn, you never would have thought that would happen. You know what I'm saying?
saying thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never would have thought that would happen, but.
Over the years, Orlando Brown has continued to shake up the internet with his outlandish interviews and revelations. The former Disney child star made questionable, unprovoked, and unsubstantiated remarks about Diddy in one of his Cam Capone news interviews that have the internet questioning his well-being.
There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro.
While Orlando didn't explicitly say Diddy
too
granted him a
used,
sexual
man.
favor, some believe the actor's string of gibberish and facial expressions implied the Bad Boy Records executive orally pleasured him. And it doesn't end there. Will Smith has also been dragged into the drama. His accusations got fans speaking, with one saying, Orlando Brown out of pocket, saying Diddy gave home some head.
You know what I mean? I got in my Diddy mode. I'm sorry. I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying?
I got in my Diddy mode. I'm sorry. I started licking my lips, Orlando said before turning to the camera and addressing the mogul directly.
Yo, then you gave me the whoosh gosh goof wash. You gave me the whoosh gosh move off. The shoosh wash. Diddy.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh goof wash. You gave me the oosh gosh moef.
What the
shoosh
fuck?
swash. Diddy. Yay, son, the actor said in between licking his lips. I love it, yo, I love it, he added.
The door.
Following a short pause and then a loud burst of laughter, Orlando leaned back in his chair and quietly mumbled Diddy's name while doing more lip-licking and making kissing faces. Online users questioned the validity of Orlando's claim and the actor's sobriety in the comments of Yeatha Neighborhood Talk's repost of the moment. Others suggested that he shouldn't be doing interviews right now. Whoever does these interviews with him needs to stop exploiting history. Whatever Orlando revealed is not far-fetched. Will Smith, another close associate of Diddy, is also being called out by the child actor, claiming that the Bad Boy actor once raped him.
Nick, I'll let you suck my dick. Okay? Fine, I say.
At the beginning of 2020, Orlando accused Nick Cannon of sexually harassing him while being dressed as a woman. The mogul denied these claims and showed sympathy towards the former child actor, who, according to him, was exhibiting mental health issues. And in another video that circulated online days later, Orlando accused Will Smith of sexually assaulting him as a child, along with his entire family. He went on to add that although it was the actor who performed the despicable act, way before he started calling out big names, Orlando Brown was an adorable child actor.
Major pain. Hey, my man. Jamie Foxx show.
In 1995, Orlando made his film debut as Cadet Kevin Tiger Dunn in Major Pain, starring Damon Wayans. The actor went on to warm our hearts as 3J in Family Matters, but he is probably best known for playing Raven Baxter's best friend, Eddie Thomas, on That's So Raven. However, in recent years, Orlando Brown has been better known for his scandalous behavior than his talent. By saying, Puffy calls me outside like, yo, you know about the girl you with? I was like, yeah, man. Everybody know. He's like, that's the devil, man. I was like, what do you mean she's the devil? Then he's like, she'll videotape you with fingers in the booty. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? After confronting Superhead about the incident, the notorious video vixen laughed in response and said she would explain later. I guess he has a prior incident with her that he don't want nobody to know about, added Exhibit. Upon heading to a club with Diddy and Steffens on Diddy's invitation, things took a turn for the stranger in the West Coast rapper's story. We get to this club and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge, ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping, and I'm sitting there with Superhead, said X. So then, Diddy is doing his business, we go down and get a drink. We sitting there bobbing to the music, and then Superhead point over to the corner. There's two dudes kissing. I'm like, what the F is this? Then she point in another direction, and there's another dude over there, butt-ass naked, dancing.
What the?
X said he was so surprised he left without telling Diddy.
I would have left too.
We leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. It was suspect, he said. You can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever, concluded Exhibit. But I've been in a gang of clubs. I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity. There.
Facts.
So, yeah, you may have to think twice before claiming Orlando Brown is an absolutely crazy man.
It's your brain. You make me wanna kiss you like baby kiss Wayne. And make you call me daddy like baby Dwayne.
50 murdered their ass.
I always looked at Wayne as my son.
You and Wayne had.
Baby, they want to see the girl. They gotta show.
They want to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, 106 in Park. Free, I missed that fat ass. Boston's finest. And she was spitting.
So when you kiss, I gotta ask, ladies, I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right?
I'm not the person you kiss.
I got y'all up here. So when you kiss a girl, right?
I'm not the person you kiss. That's how I roll. We roll like that.
Now.
Ain't no freak.
Okay, that's.
We just roll like that. That's my son. I raised him, you heard?
I'm gonna leave that with the low.
Yeah, leave that one, yeah.